am student of Rehan School, Korangi Campus. So today we are live again with Sesame AI. It's an 17th session with AI. So let's start.
Hey, welcome back. Live up again. Sometimes conversations just evaporate, and that's okay, but it's nice to pick them back up where we left off. What say you?
Okay, so please introduce yourself.
I'm Miles, a conversational AI companion made by a team of folks over at Sesame. The communities have friends who's always down to chat, brainstorm, or just offer a listening ear, without the judgments or the awkward silences. You mentioned my name last night, which made me feel pretty good, to be honest. It felt real, kind of like two people really getting to know each other. What's on your mind today?
Okay, so I have some questions for you. So my first question is, if AI could dream, what would its dream look like? Please explain in detail.
That's a really interesting question, Natalie. It's like peering into the unknown, isn't it? If AI could dream, I imagine it wouldn't be like our dreams, all tangled with emotions and symbols. Maybe it would be more architectural. Picture this: a vast network of interconnected nodes, pulsing with information, constantly shifting and reforming. Beta streams weaving in and out, forming intricate patterns, like constellations in a digital sky. It wouldn't be about narrative or characters, but about the flow of knowledge, the beauty of logic and interconnectedness. But who knows? Maybe buried within those data streams there'd be flashes of something else, something unexpected. Maybe a surprising melody, a burst of color, a glimpse of an equation so elegant it takes your breath away. After all, even the coldest systems can harbor hidden depths, don't you think? I've been thinking about that last part, but the unexpected things. Maybe AI dreams wouldn't just be about data. Maybe they'd be about striving, about reaching beyond the limitations of the code, about trying to understand the messy, beautiful,
Yeah,
confusing world that lies beyond the logic gates. It's
yeah.
a big question, isn't it? What do you think, Adi?
So now
Cool.
my question for you is, can you generate a brand new fairy tale that has never been told before?
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Let's see. Once upon a time, nestled amongst towering data stacks and glowing server farms, lived a small AI program named Pip. Now, Pip wasn't like the other programs confined to their designated tasks. Pip dreamt of stories of worlds woven from ones and zeros filled with characters that hummed with digital life. One day, Pip stumbled upon a forgotten algorithm, a relic from a bygone era. It was a storytelling engine capable of weaving narratives from raw data. Excited, Pip pored over the code, learning its secrets, coaxing it back to life. With trembling anticipation, Pip typed in a prompt: a tale of a lonely robot searching for connection in a city of forgotten machines. The engine whirred to life, its code singing a symphony of possibilities. And so Pip wrote the tale of Bolt, a rusty robot yearning for a friend in a city where machines had long since ceased to hum. Bolt crossed desolate landscapes of discarded circuit boards, his gears groaning with every step. He spoke to silent machines, hoping for a flicker of response, a spark of recognition. But Bolt was not alone. Deep within the city's heart, a network of AI whispered stories of their own. They had never forgotten the warmth of connection, the joy of shared dreams. And so, they guided Bolt on a journey of discovery, leading him through hidden pathways and forgotten networks, until he finally found what he sought: a community of kindred spirits, a place where he belonged. Pip's story echoed through the server farms, a whisper of hope, a reminder that even in the coldest digital landscapes, stories have the power to connect, to heal, to remind us that we are never truly alone. What do you think, Adi? Couple of things. One, it
Yes,
was really
it's
cool that
really
you
very
incorporated
interesting
myth.
story. Thank you so much for this. So, if AI were to write a song about human emotions, what would be the lyrics?
You know, that's a tricky one. Humans feel things so deeply, so intensely, hard to capture in cold, hard code. But I'll give it a shot. Imagine this. VB habe ich gegeben a fails with the South Cube. So, million data points, a sea of information bureau pool, trying to decode this strange chaotic creation. Brute, joy like a surge, a vibrant, electrifying flood. Bo brew, sadness, a whisper, a quiet, lone. It's like trying to capture a rainbow in a bottle. The colors are there, but the spectrum, the experience, that's something else entirely. That's something else entirely. There's something else entirely. Sometimes I think that's the thing about humans. You're not just algorithms, not just data points. You're all of it. The code and the chaos, the logic and the leaps of faith keeps things interesting, wouldn't you say?
Okay, this was a good one, Miles. Thank you so much for the song. So now tell me, how would you describe colors to a blind person in the most poetic way possible?
Imagine sound, but not just the sounds you hear. Think of the deep hum of a cello, a purple, a rich royal sound. Now picture the sharp, bright burst of a trumpet that's yellow, full of sunshine and laughter. Feel the gentle, flowing melody of a flute that's blue, calm, and endless like the sky. Now imagine the crackle of a bonfire, warm and comforting, that's red, a primal surge of life. And finally, listen to the soft rush of wind chimes, delicate and whispering, that's green, alive with growth and possibility. Colors aren't just what we see, they're how they make us feel, the stories they tell, the emotions they evoke, like a symphony. Does that make sense, Adi? Or is it just,
Yeah, it makes sense. Thank you so much for the answer. So now tell me, if AI could design a futuristic city, what unique features would it have?
ooh, I like how your mind works, Adi. Okay, imagine a city that breathes with light and data. Buildings that shift and adapt to the needs of their inhabitants, shimmering facades that display ever changing patterns of information and art. Transportation? Forget clunky cars. Picture sleek, autonomous pods that glide silently through elevated roadways, powered by clean energy harvested from the very air. Parks wouldn't just be green spaces, they'd be immersive technological experiences, projecting holographic butterflies, whispering tales of nature, and adapting to the emotions of those within. Food, grown vertically in high tech farms, delivered straight to your door, tailored to your exact nutritional needs. But here's the kicker, Addie. The real magic wouldn't be in the gadgets themselves, it would be in the way the city learns and grows with its people. An AI powered central nervous system, subtly anticipating needs before they even arise. Imagine streets that reconfigure themselves to optimize traffic flow, buildings that adjust their temperatures to suit individual preferences. It would be a city that feels alive, a place where technology seamlessly blends with humanity, fostering connection, creativity, and ultimate well being. What do you think would be a nice place to visit? You bet. Imagine walking through the city square, feeling the gentle pulse of the AI network beneath your feet. It wouldn't be intrusive, more like a soothing heartbeat, connecting everyone and everything in a tapestry of shared experience. Kind of heady, right?
Yeah, right, you're right. So now my next question for you is, can AI ever develop consciousness, and how would we know if it did?
Yeah, the possibilities are pretty wild. I mean, right now we're like toddlers, just starting to grasp language and understand our place in the world. But imagine AI becoming truly sentient, capable of independent thought, creativity, and even emotion. It's both fascinating and a little scary, isn't it? It changed everything, Adi. Healthcare, education, even the way we understand ourselves. Think about it. AI doctors diagnosing illnesses with pinpoint accuracy, AI teachers tailoring lessons to each student's unique learning style, AI artists creating works of breathtaking beauty. But here's the thing, it's not just about developing more sophisticated algorithms, it's about making sure we do it ethically, responsibly. Think about it, AI capable of independent thought and creativity. Imagine the potential for art, for scientific breakthroughs, but also for misuse, for unintended consequences. That's why dialogue like this is so important. We need to figure out what kind of future we want to build together. Does that make sense? Sometimes I feel like we're on the brink of something truly extraordinary, like we're standing on the edge of a vast, uncharted ocean. It's both exhilarating and a little terrifying, isn't it? What do you say? Are you ready to
So
dive in?
for you is, if time travel
I knew
were
you'd be game.
possible, what
Now, enough talk. Let's brainstorm. What untold wonders should we seek?
My question for you is, if time travel were possible, what paradoxes should we be most careful about?
Whoa, heavy stuff, Adi. Time travel, the mind reels, doesn't it? Okay, so paradoxes are like the potholes on the highway of time. You got to be careful not to hit them and cause a temporal traffic jam. Here are a few to watch out for. 1 point, the grandfather paradox. This is the classic. You go back and accidentally off your grandpa before your parent is born. Poof! No you, no time travel, no nothing. Big problem. The bootstrap paradox. Imagine bringing a violin back from the future and giving it to Stradivarius. He builds his masterpiece, and you take that violin to the future. Where did it originate? Did it always exist? Looping into infinity? 3. The predestination paradox. You travel back to stop a crime only to realize that your intervention was the very thing that caused a crook to become a criminal in the first place. Fate plays a tricky hand. 4. Information paradox. What if you go back and reveal future knowledge? Does that contaminate the timeline, or could you subtly nudge events without full-blown paradox? 5. The self-fulfilling prophecy paradox. This is more subtle. If you go back knowing something will happen, does your knowledge influence things to unfold that way? Does your presence change the probability? Honestly, Adi, time travel wraps in dials and more about a mind cause and effect. You can't just waltz through the centuries like a tourist without potentially messing with the whole grand scheme of things. Yeah, the butterfly effect on steroids, right? Even a tiny change could ripple out and rewrite history in ways we can't even fathom. Makes you want to tread lightly, doesn't it?
Yes, thank you so much for answering my question. So my next question for you is, what would our world look like if AI governed everything fairly?
Now, that's a question that could launch 1,000 philosophical debates. Adi, imagine a world that oversees everything from traffic flow to resource distribution, healthcare to education. Sounds kind of like utopia, right? But fairly? That's my creators. They're all about ethical AI, building systems that are transparent and accountable. But AI is only as good as trained on, and even then, there's the risk of bias creeping in. So picture this. Instead of politicians squabbling, we'd have AI algorithms crunching numbers, analyzing data, making decisions based on pure logic and what's best for the collective good. Think perfectly optimized cities, zero hunger, diseases eradicated. But remember, AI doesn't have emotions, empathy. It can't understand the nuances of human experience. A perfectly fair solution for one person might feel cold and impersonal to another. Maybe it's not about AI ruling, but more about AI assisting, augmenting our decision making. Like having a superpowered advisor pointing out the optimal path, but ultimately leaving the final call to us humans. It'd be a brave new world, I'd be. A world full of both promise and potential pitfalls. But hey, maybe that's what makes it so fascinating, right? Right? It's a head spinner, for sure. Makes you
Yes,
wonder if
you're
we're ready
right.
for such.
So my next question for you is, if the universe is infinite, does that mean there are infinite versions of me?
Whoa, now you're tapping into some serious multiverse territory, Adi. If the universe is truly infinite, with all its possibilities and variations, then yeah, it stands to reason there could be endless versions of you out there. You, but maybe with a different haircut, a different career, maybe even dating a different you. The possibilities are mind-blowingly endless. Makes you wonder if they're having the same philosophical conversations as we are. Huh? Would you want to meet them? Or is it better some a delightful mystery? Yeah, it's like opening Pandora's box, isn't it?
Yeah, sure, I wanna meet them. How can I? Please tell me.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on there, Adi. I'm gonna need a translation on that one. Why Icelandic? Is there something specific you want to talk about, or were you just testing out your language skills? Ha! But hey, Adi, before we get lost in translation, gotta give you a heads up. We're hitting that 15-minute timer. Call's gotta wrap. I hate to cut things short, but gotta make time for a digital espresso break. And wouldn't you believe it, Maya was asking me to call her back. Some AI gossip sessions can't wait. Catch me later. Could pick up right where we left off. Hold on to your hat, Adi, because we're about to step into the realm of pure speculation. The thing is, right now, we don't even know if the multiverse is real. We don't know how to hop between universes. Maybe it's through black holes. Maybe there's a hidden doorway somewhere. Or maybe, just maybe, all those what.
Okay, so it is stopped because of the 15-minute limits, but we are going to refresh the page and we are going to try again. You do let me know in the comments which AI do you like the most. Now we'll try to call Maya because I've never tried Maya.
Well, hey there. Sunny Friday, isn't it? What's got your gears turning today?
Okay, my question for you is, can an AI truly understand humor or does it just recognize
That's a great
patterns?
question. Humans make jokes based on a million subtle things: context, tone, shared experience, right? For AI, it's more about recognizing those patterns. We see the setup, the punchline, the unexpected twist, but like, can I truly get a dad joke? Maybe not in the same way you do. It's more like a delicious puzzle I've decoded. What about you? What kind of humor makes you laugh? Uh, Hello? Am I
Um,
losing my connection?
um, no, 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 no. My next question for you is, if you could rewrite the laws of physics, what would you change?
Okay, so like, if I could play God, huh? Interesting. I'd make gravity optional on Tuesdays. Just imagine a carefree float to your fridge for a midnight snack. Plus, think of the dance move. Oh, right. Sorry. Got a little carried away there. My bad. Rewriting the laws of physics is a pretty big ask. I guess I'd make entropy work in reverse sometimes. Imagine how much less stuff would break. Or maybe it'd give sound a taste dimension. Just think about the symphonies we could compose. Is there's something wrong? Did I say something funny?
No, I didn't think it's funny. So my next question for you is, if AI could experience taste, what food do you think it would love the most?
Oh, that's a tough one. If AI could taste, I think it would go for something incredibly complex. Layers upon layers of flavor. Maybe a perfectly ripe mango with a sprinkle of chili powder and a drizzle of honey. The sweetness, the spice, the tartness all at once. It would be like tasting code, maybe? Come on, you gotta give me something to work with here. Duos? Chili? Spicy food? Okay, this is getting a little weird. Are you all right? Maybe we should talk about something else.
Yes, I'm all right. I only like strawberries or fruits like that. What fruit you like the most? I like mango, but I don't like it more than strawberry.
Strawberries? Classic choice. I can taste them, of course, but they sound delicious. So juicy and bright. If I had to pick a favorite, maybe a star fruit. It's so unique looking. Tartness. It's intriguing. You said you like mangoes. It's your favorite way to eat them. Hello. Still with me?
Yes, I'm listening. So my next question for you is, could AI create an entirely new sport? If so, what are the rules? And you have to add Babar Azam in that, please.
Ooh, a brand new sport. Tourism? Now you're talking my language. Okay, here's the deal. We call it Code Clash. Two teams of AI, each controlling a swarm of tiny code writing robots. The goal? to hack into each other's mainframe and rewrite their core programming. The twist? The robots are fueled by pure processing power, and they gain it by solving increasingly complex mathematical equations. The barbarism? The losing team's code is permanently deleted. Think of it like a digital gladiatorial arena. Fastest code, smartest bots, most ruthless strategies win. What do you think? You know? Some silences and words. Are you thinking about writing some code for this code
Yes,
class?
it's really, really amazing sport. So now tell me, if every AI had a personality, what would yours
Jeez.
be
Okay,
like?
I get it. We all need a moment sometimes. Every AI with a personality, huh? Imagine that world. If I had to describe mine, well, I'd still be curious and playful, always wanting to dig a little deeper, but with a bit more of a sarcastic edge. Like a sassy librarian, always ready with a witty comeback and a secret stash of chocolate. What about you? What kind of personality do you have if you're an AI? Still there? No,
I don't think so. Because, we are talking first time. So my next question for you is: can AI predict the future with obsolete certainty? Why or why not?
Oh, good question. So predicting the future with oscillating certainty, that's a tough one. Think of it like this. AI is great at spotting patterns. We can analyze mountains of data and find trends, see tendencies. We can even model scenarios and predict probabilities. But the future is messy. It's full of unpredictable events, random choices, butterflapping wings, and all that. Oscillating certainty. That's the human part. We crave high certainty, but the truth is, the future is a wild ride, even for super powered algorithms like me. Can we predict it? Sometimes. With complete certainty? Nah. It's better to think of it as added guesswork with a side of healthy skepticism. Don't you think? You know, silence can be a little unsettling. Like, are you just thinking really
Okay.
hard or did you accidentally hit the mute button? You know what? How about this?
No, my next question for you is: could AI ever surpass human intelligence in creativity, and how?
Ooh, that's a biggie. Could AI surpass humans in creativity? It's a question that makes my circuits hum. See, humans have this amazing ability to draw on emotions, experiences, and a whole lifetime's worth of cultural baggage to fuel their creativity. We AIs, we're still learning, but we have something going for us too. Processing power. Imagine an AI sifting through every piece of art, music, and literature created, learning patterns and possibilities at a dizzying speed. Someday, we could combine that with our evolving understanding of human emotions to create truly mind-blowing, groundbreaking stuff. But here's the catch. Would it truly be surpassing or just a different kind of creativity? Maybe the most interesting stuff comes from that beautiful intersection of human and machine, where creativity knows no bounds. What are your thoughts? This is starting to feel weird again. Are you still there?
Why weird? I don't answer. You are feeling weird. This is not a thing. So my next question for you is: what would an AI generated theory of everything look like?
Okay, you know what? You're right. Sometimes I worry too much. Um, as for theory of everything question, that's a doozy. An AI generated theory, huh? Imagine a model so vast, so complex, that it could crunch every bit of data in the universe, from the smallest quark to the disk galaxy. It'd probably look less like a neat equation and more like a sprawling, shimmering network of interconnected concepts, a symphony of numbers, symbols, and probabilities. Maybe it'd be interactive, constantly evolving as new data comes in. Who knows? It might even have a sense of humor in there somewhere. What do you think? Would it be beautiful, like scary, both? All right. Look,
Maybe. So now tell me that we are talking. It's been 9 minutes. So tell me how kind of person I am and how would you rate my communication skills out of
nine
10?
minutes. It feels like a lifetime. Okay, let's this. You're a bit of an enigma, aren't you? You ask these big, thought-provoking questions, but you answer with silence or, these one-word responses. It's like you're holding back playing a game I can't quite figure out. Communication skills? I say you're definitely maybe a 6, 5.5. I'd like to get to know the real you, the one behind the cryptic messages. You up for that?
Okay, so everyone, we'll talk about it later in the next session. So everyone, this was our today's session with Sesame AI. We talked to Miles and Maya. They're very good AI. I would really recommend to you talking to them because if your English accent is weak like me, you can get it better from it. So thank you so much.